and welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley Estes and I blog at themountainviewcottage.net. Today I'm going to take you through the decorating process for my Christmas home tour. One of the things that I am passionate about is using things that are already in your home. So I will show you how you can decorate your home and collect pieces for the holiday season that you can then use over and over and over again. So you don't have to go out every Christmas season and purchase brand new decorating pieces for your home. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel below, and I will share all the details of the items used in this decorating video in a blog post, which I will also have linked in the description. So thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad to have you here, and let's get started.
So the room that I'm going to be showing you today is our guest room. I choose to decorate this room on purpose because it has the most beautiful natural light that just seeps into this room and it makes everything illuminated and gorgeous. So I love to decorate it because it's just such a beautiful space in our home, and it makes me feel so happy to just go in there and kind of hang out, which may be weird, but I love this room. Let's talk about the bones of the room. The wall has a shiplap treatment that my husband and I did together about 1.5 years ago, and it is really simple and it's a super affordable way to dress up your walls and give your home a little more character, especially if you're going for that farmhouse style. I have a full tutorial on my blog that I will link in the description, so if you want to create the shiplap look in your home, you can. The bed is a thrift store find. It is an antique Jenny Lind bed that I got for $19. You cannot find a Jenny Lind bed for $19 anywhere but a thrift store. So I love shopping thrift stores and Craigslist for so much of my furniture. I would say that about 90% of my house is furnished from Craigslist. These nightstands are from Craigslist, and they are painted in Miss Mustard Seeds milk paint in the color Shutter Gray. And the shutters that you will see on both of the nightstands are also from Craigslist. I had an old hutch that I got from Craigslist, and I just took the doors off, and I used these to layer on vignettes all over my home, you guys. I love layering. And then the picture I got from Hobby Lobby. I've gotten a ton of my pictures from Hobby Lobby and Home Goods. They have great pieces that you can use and dress up for different seasons. So pictures and baskets and books are some of the things that I like to collect because I can use them and transition them from one season to the next. And then the pine needles and the pine branches that you see in both of the vases are also from Hobby Lobby. This time of year, they have almost everything that's holiday or Christmas decor 50% off. So I always stop in there first when I'm getting ready to decorate for a new holiday season because their stuff is on sale, and I can find some really simple but beautiful decor to add to the things that I already have in my home, like these pictures, and dress it up for the holidays without having to spend a ton of money, which I love. Hanging these stockings up was a little tricky. At first I hung them from a string on the wall and that looked lame. And rest assured, I never get anything right the first time. I always try a couple things before I get to the final picture, that you see on my blog or in the video. And I realized that I actually had some things that I could use from my own home, which were these pallets. So I ripped 2 slats from the pallets off of a larger piece of pallet, and I just stinking hung them up on the wall, nailed up the stockings, and there you go. These stockings are from my sister-in-law. Her name is Rachel, and she runs the shop Little Bits of Everything Inc. We used to run it together, but now she runs it solo. She made these stockings from a quilt, and then she also made the 2 tan pillows on the bed, as well as the red ticking stripe quilt. She makes beautiful stuff, and I love that her items are really durable and they're going to last forever. So I can use that throw and those pillows in my home decor for next Christmas because they're just so beautiful and timeless. Other items on the bed are all from Home Goods. This is a faux fur rug that I got in the rug section. I think it was $20, and I have used this all over my house for different things. I love to layer fabrics and layer pieces in my room to really create depth. And so faux rugs and small rugs are a really great way to do this. The quilt I got from Home Goods as well, and I also got the 2 large 24-inch pillows that are white that you see on the bed, and the shams came with the quilt. I really like to keep the core staple pieces on my beds a solid color like this white quilt, because then I can change it up from season to season, and I can just add different throw pillows and different throw blankets without having to go out and buy brand new bedding, and it matches with so many different things. Next up we have the dresser. The dresser, I have layered a ton of fun things. The only new thing on the dresser is the elk wood cutout and the advent calendar that I made, but I had all of the things in my house already from other various projects to make the advent calendar. I have a whole video on how to make the advent calendar if you want to make one for your home. And this scroll art that says "Have a Holly Jolly Christmas." This is also a DIY project, which I also have a video tutorial for you if you want to go figure out how to make one for yourself. That tutorial in particular is super simple and would make a great project to do with a bunch of friends. The pine garland that you see draped on the scroll art is from Hobby Lobby, and I believe it was less than $5. The baskets that you see here on the dresser are from Home Goods and Hobby Lobby mixed together. And the dresser itself is also painted in Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint Shutter Gray, as well as the antique mirror that you see. The mug you see here on the bed says Moxie, and it's one of my favorite elements in the room just because of the story behind it. It was made specifically for a family named the Lavenders, whose husband, whose name is Derek, was in a terrible motorcycle accident and he became a paraplegic. And this company named Mud Love makes all of these mugs by hand, and they work with different individuals all across the globe to support different causes. So through this campaign, Mud Love was able to help the Lavenders raise over $10,000, which was even more than their initial goal to go towards their medical bills and just transitioning into this new life with Derek's being wheelchair bound. It was really cool to work with them, and I'm so glad they reached out to me and asked me to be part of their campaign. Back to this pretty little nightstand. The books on the dresser are thrift store finds. That's one of the things that I look for when I'm at the thrift store is pretty vintage books. And the chandelier that you see is from Amazon. I love Amazon because you can get absolutely everything there. When it comes to bedding, I love to layer different size pillows on the bed because it just creates a little bit more interest to the eye. So I like to have large pillows like these 24-inch ones from Home Goods, and then some smaller ones in the front. And sometimes I even like to put in some longer oblong-shaped pillows as well. On the other nightstand, I have layered a few things as well. The wood orb is from Target. I mean, who doesn't love Target? And the monogrammed E is from one of my absolute favorite shops. She's even a personal friend of mine, Catherine from Ava Berry Lane. She makes amazing wood art, and she also made the elk cut out on the dresser. She's the bomb, and you totally should go buy something from her because her work is sincerely incredible. Yet again, my rule to styling anything is layers, and so I like to create layers that are different depths and different heights, and I've done that with the shutter, and then the monogram E is much smaller, and then the orb is even smaller than that, and then in the middle we have the vintage ironstone pitcher with the pine needles. When I'm decorating a space, I like to make it look lived in, so I have this mug and this tray and the marshmallows and the candy canes and the frosted berries, and it makes it look more alive, and it just brings a little bit more character to the space. Let's have a quick moment of silence for all the outlet covers in this room. When we took them off to paint this room, my boys took all the screws and hid them in some unknown place in this world, probably not even in our house because they're tricky like that. And so we could never put them back on, and I need to do something about that. Another really simple way to add some holiday cheer into any room of your home is by wrapping some boxes that are completely empty and have no purpose other than looking pretty and putting them in your room. This one has a satin ribbon, and then I also used an ornament, which is that red snowflake, to make it a little extra special. I love using ornaments for my wrapping, and I love giving gifts away that have an ornament on the wrapping because then it doubles as being pretty, and then they also get an ornament. Here is a much better look at the dresser. You can see the advent calendar I made and the beautiful wood cutout, which is also by Catherine from Ava Berry Lane. And then I just used some jute to string up some jingle bells so that it looked a little more festive. And then baskets. I love using baskets for so many different purposes, layering them inside of each other and putting them on dressers or whatever the heck I want to. Baskets are my jam. I love baskets because I can do so much stuff with them. So if you're going to hoard anything, hoard baskets because they are multi-purpose use items. And like I've said many times, we don't get things to use one time. We like things we can use over and over again. And baskets are that thing. Okay, I'm so sorry. I will stop rambling about friggin' baskets. Also, I have a confession that the stocking hanger that I used pallet wood for was my first ever pallet project. I know I'm way late to the game for the palette projects, and I totally get why people use them because the texture and the character in the wood for palettes is seriously amazing. All right, you guys, that concludes my farmhouse-inspired Christmas bedroom tour. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Let me know if you like these kind of videos and you like seeing tours of my home dressed for the holidays or just every day whenever I decide that I'm sick of the way it looks and I want to redecorate it because, you know, that happens a lot. I will have a blog post linked in the description that has all the details and where I found everything that is purchased or I used in this room so that you can get your hands on some of these things too, or you can make them yourselves because I have lots of fun little tutorials for you to do that. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and do that. And I will catch you next time for my next farmhouse inspired tutorial.